guys. Oh, I already got an earring on. So where's the other one? Hey guys. Hi guys. Hey guys. So in Rupert Sako, it's dresser. Rupert Southfika. That's not fika week in the focus. I just got home not too long ago. Come, let's talk. Shades on me. Call everybody. When I should get taken and this not fika week. I just got home. My hair is a mess. Look at me. A big bad mess. And to try to do when I should get up to the pengereka. Bing. But it's so good. We make you work. That was Shinja. So now go from one thing to something. She don't shan't. We make you work. And then I see I'm sorry, please. I have resorted to my wigs. Hi guys. Hi everybody. Just catching up. Okay. Just want to make sure good tea. And I just took a shower, guys. Sorry, I'm just plain old loveness. Oh, the tea spilling is gonna happen on I hope I don't spill. I have a problem keeping stuff to myself, but I'm trying to save the tea for Friday if we can. Can we do that? Anyway, guys, now, this is why I'm here today, right? We have this issue of coronavirus going on, and I just want to send my condolences at first to the families that are losing people. I want to say, we've lost a lot of brothers and sisters, and, due to corona. And we just I felt like we should come back and update and talk about it and remind each other, on a few things that we need to keep remembering as we go through this whole epidemic. What I really want to talk more about is I've gotten a lot of messages talking about how it's affecting the Black community. So I decided I wanted to talk about it because I am one of them, and I know it's affecting everybody else. But what do you guys think about the whole it's killing? Apparently, I've gotten messages of people who actually think Black people are being killed, and this, I don't know how to put it. It sounds more like the messages were pretty much saying, my boy, we are being killed by the white people. Is that what I'm sensing or believing? Let's just talk about that. Can you get ready to contribute to this? Because I want us to talk. Why are we feeling, is it affecting us more? We're experiencing more deaths in the Black community than the white community. Is that true? Am I right or wrong? And I want to know, what do people feel in general about kufa kuri kuita maboy corona? Is it something to do, are you feeling like we are being neglected somewhere? Are you feeling like we are being killed somewhere? Or are you feeling like, sorry, I had not gotten my water and I didn't want to be delaying too much. So I need to find out and hear from you people, what do you think is really happening? Why do you think we're experiencing more deaths in our community than other communities? In our Black communities, let me put it that way. As we go, reminder, and let's continue to keep clean, wash our hands, and do the right things that we are being required to do in order to stay safe. It's our responsibility to stay safe and to keep up with what we're supposed to be doing. Safer. That way we can feel much safer in environment. trying to figure out where to sit. It's kind of hot, so I might go outside here. So what do you think, guys? Shelly, Coco, Caleb. Okay. Black community is being mostly affected. I think black communities may be affected because in front line healthcare, especially diaspora. Yes, I believe that as well. Garita, let's get more people here. Why do you feel like the black community is more getting hit more than green? Because I got a message Munu who specifically actually thinks my boy anyway. Hi guys, I'm sorry, I was just taking a shower and just decided I needed to come and do this live. Letting go reminder this is a bad time. Hi guys, hi everybody. This is a bad time, and if we don't get serious, tinopera. Why am I saying that? Because tine kamika ignorance kamika tina koso. When things are being said, we decide to do it our own way. It doesn't work. Hold on, panivan and dog shades panapa and snaku. There's okay. Tine kamika arrogance katina ko so sevanu. We have this little arrogance yekuti pakatanga kunzivanu stay at home. There's so many people who happen to be doing house parties, right? There are so many people who are doing things differently and thinking kuta vanorwara ma presidents they are crazy. And if you see how fast the first world reacted to this, that's when you can realize kuti we always want to follow when this was going on everywhere. Sorry. Ndanganda kushedza mese but pane vamwe vanhu vanda ndichida kutumira I sent several groups but pane group randanga kangano sit-ups. So arrogance kuti we always want to wait to see what others do before we make decisions ourselves, because pakanzi kune chimbambaira chiri kuda kuputika uko. Do you know kuti many of us will keep going in that direction until tazoona chatanga kublowa up chichiputitsa vamwe vanhu? It's a lot of arrogance yatina ignorance that actually is hurting us in general as my blacks, and this happens to my black people like pretty much everywhere, because we like to follow. We don't like kuti pakaitika chinu. We have to wait first to see kuti chishaitika kuna loveness. Ndoko not loveness akatanga kapatsika panoputika ere ndisanda papfuura pakaputika then ndochizomanya kudzokera. But I think it's a bad way of approaching things. Ndoda kuti kana paina aroda kutaura neni ada kundifonera, just call me on my messenger and let's call just about this. Ngatitaura ititaura nendiri health. What I think about us as blacks, and the other reason why tiri affected much is we care much about our own health. Vanhu vatema tine habit yekuti you don't go to the doctor until you get sick. Most of us. Yes, there are some who have gotten up to standard with life and they go and get their routine health checks, and you can't sit at home for 12, 15 years without ever visiting a doctor and expect yourself to be okay. Because chirikuitika ndichekuti zvinhu zvirikuitika right now, do you know the fact that it's affecting people, mostly vanhu vari kufa nekurwara uku vane mamwe underlying issues avainawo. So if you've sat around for your whole life having the most amazing sex of your life and have never been to a place to get tested, are you okay? If you sit around and exceeded and gone past your 40s, have never had a mammogram, have never gotten your bloods checked for anything else, you expect everything to be perfect. Okay, hold on, sorry. I was getting a call. Hello,
how are you?
Magadishenyu. Greetings into the program. We're trying to talk and discuss about this COVID, and I will stop talking and just let you discuss and let you give us your peace of mind.
You see, Kuti, I think Kuti my blacks, we really have to thank God Kuti this virus and we are Africa first. Because if it was Africa first, I think because the blacks are not only ignorance, but we are selfish. and cruel as well. Remember, I can give you an example of this. Akafa recently, the first case, Makamba, is it Makamba? People were saying, rest in peace, rest in peace. In Nahangu, I didn't. I knew him, but I didn't because I felt Kuti, sorry to speak of the date, but I felt Kuti was very selfish. He knew when he came into South Africa, Kuti is sick. Instead, Kuti ended up in the hospital, I wanted the treatment he needs. He went into Zimbabwe, which was good. He was going home because I see a situation again. But I ended up in Bakwacho, not agari sick. He went all over. Kushika pa kutenda ku club kune vanhu vese. And right now with the situation in Zimbabwe, if it's not Roma kuti it's not allowed to test what we don't even know kuti anechirwere ndeupi asina.
Can I cut in there? When he came back from here, he may have been sick, but was he aware that akurwara nei? Do you think he knew?
Yes, he was.
Oh.
He was, because he did a stop into South Africa. And they tested him into South Africa. And he smuggled, remember, it started few days before as a rumor because there is a son of some well-known person who is sick, what. The Vaswaso Buddha truly after he died. Kuti donya report Shakatanga as rumor because people knew and he knew. Shakatanga as rumor is spread to Starake Kutindiani, but Takazofa and Dopaka Soroshindia Munwaj. He knew because when he came into South Africa, already most of the places where he was coming from lockdown Tanga, and it was known everywhere. Into South Africa was tested, but he used whichever way kupinda into Zimbabwe. So it shows you Kuti how much now as Zimbabweans, as African people, Kuti we don't we actually really don't care about health issues.
We don't.
Yes. Even when you check my issues at HIV, most black people believe kana arwara atorara pasi kuti tasa. Please bring my pills and my pills out. They tell me I'm not going to simuka ipapo feeling well, I'm not going to tanga urega kumama pills. Even issues of cancer. Most people in my countries are not opora ne cancer. You understand? Because we don't follow my procedure. Now, as Africans, sometimes we ignore. Really bundu tichi ignore. Munu pano torara kuti tasa chaipo. Kana kuti pano tono zvapunduka zvane urwa what ndopanotange kuya social media kutsvaga help etc. But when it was a small thing, munhu haana kuita kumuka. Okay, let me see what can I do. Africans, it's only Africans. That's why we see HIV in African countries. Because someone on HIV can go, asking that my pills, run somebody and protect sex. I think this is my situation. Selfishness, it's only material. Which is not right at all. If all those people, like how we are 2 or 3 people was coming from Germany, including this Makamba, this disease will not be in Zimbabwe. It's not a secret, the situation in Zimbabwe. Doctors went on strike for 3 months. Nothing was done for 3 months. So you can serious. So you can imagine what can be done? Nothing.
Yeah, that is the truth.
Nothing, because the same gloves and masks, was strike for 3 months.
No, I wasn't. I guess I missed the memo somewhere. I wasn't aware that he was actually tested. The latest one of the victims, the Makamba boy. I didn't know to test kwakaziva, and that's another thing we need to talk about the selfishness that we carry as a person.
He was tested in South Africa.
Wow, so that's another thing that can raise a topic here. How selfish are we? Even going back to the HIV time, yakatanga HIV. Do you know that a lot of people that were being caught HIV at the time were not focusing on getting treatment? But spread and I'm going to have put it all over and you start wondering how do we start wondering how do we manage to take care of each other and expect vamwe vanhu to be nice to us when we can't even be good to ourselves. We can't even be good to ourselves, and we're expecting kuti other people vatibatsire isusu vaite zvakanaka for us. That's one topic we need to keep talking about. And I want you to say thank you for your contribution to this. I wanted to link it. I hope we need to move a little bit. Hold on. Trying to get back inside.
I think Africans, we're really selfish, and we really don't care about ourselves and others at all. The time yatinotanga kuzvida isusu pachezvedu, kutanga kuzvida iwewe semunhu kuti, you see, like white people vanenge vatori nema doctor anenge achitoziva blood group, everything about them. They get worried, even flu chaiyo vanomanya. Even you see kuti ana Italy ana what pazvakatotanga vakatoita serious nezvazvo. Kuda kwawo hawo mwari kuti people are dying there every day, it's not getting better, but they did something about it. Vakaita something, but now one African anokunyatsoziva kuti ndo situation yandiri, but akati no. And then you see kuti majority all over social media, they ignore kuti no, munhu uyu akaendesa chirwere munyika muri helpless.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff that happens around us.
Rest in peace. When, you know, sometimes, yes, people, they say good stuff, but sometimes we really need to look at things. This person, they is coming from a good, well-up family. So even if he had stayed wherever he was going to get good treatment. Possibly even get well.
I don't think he realized how serious this could become. That's probably why he just thought he could still get through. But then, like we're saying, the selfishness yatina isusu is ourselves. Then we try to start blaming other people. That's all. Because apparently maboy ari kupiwa priority varungu vari kupiwa priority treatment, isusu maboy hatisi kupiwa that treatment. But on our own, we really don't take care of ourselves, but we expect other people to jump. Yeah, we right.
Like HIV medicine, itori free, very free. But munhu anotadza kungotwasanudza makumba ake kuenda kunotora medication, unotonzwa munhu achitodedzera kuti ndoda kutozadza college girls. Kana kuti musikana achitoti ndoda kutovazadza varume vevanhu vanotoona moto vakadzi vevanhu mudzimba. You see, utsinye wega unotoradza kuti munhu you don't love yourself. Ukutanga watozvitira utsinye une bitterness mauri first before somebody else. Unotoona kana mukadzi mukuru achitoti hati mabhente ndinototupedza because handisiri ndakachida chirwere ichi, which is very wrong.
Yeah, it's a very wrong approach to life.
Disease ikatouya muZimbabwe vanhu vanotopera.
Well, let's just pray kuti things get better and things get better soon. And I'm just hoping kuti with all these precautions being taken, I'm just hoping kuti people are still not being ignorant and doing their own things outside of my guides atiri kupiwa ekunzi tigare mudzimba, because people can just literally be so ignorant to a point yokuti dzimwe nguva unotovhunduka kuti is this for real? Like I saw there was a case here kwamutare vanhu vakatorwa ma-vegetables. You were told to not. I understand it's extreme to go and to go to that extent of kuzopisa zvinhu zvevanhu, but we come from a very stubborn background as well yekuti sometimes tikaudzwa chinhu, until action is taken against us, we don't move to do the right things that have been said to do. No issue yatina, stubbornness still comes in. Anyway, thank you so much for your contribution. I will let you go so I can have other callers as well. I do appreciate you coming in. Thank you. Okay, guys. Let's keep talking about COVID and what we are doing as in awareness of trying to make sure in our own community, we start confining this thing into one place where we don't keep spreading. Are we doing the right things? And why is it we always find ourselves in my positions? It's always worse with us. And like I was saying, our health checks are very important. This is a time to sit down and reflect If you've never been, we all love to go to the doc. We don't like going to the doctors. We wait to go to doctors. Kana takurwara. Pane vanhu panapa pa 100 something people vari panapa who've probably never been to a doctor's office until anzwa pauro parwadza ende panofanirwa kurwadza kusvikira wakuita kunge pachaputika before you can go and see a doctor. We need to start keeping up nema health checks edu. Why are we finding ourselves that one my illnesses asvika kwekupedzesera? We are at a disadvantage right now with this COVID, because if you already have something that's been brewing inside of you, chingomwa manoro, chingomwa panado, chingomwa painkiller, you are at a big disadvantage, because right now hauna control over this if this catches you, God forbid. And I'm hoping that many of you here are agreeing with me that we don't do health checks and we are very careless. Like when you find out you're sick, spread. One thing that comes to most of people's minds is, I want to spread this. Why are you thinking that instead of trying to protect the other people that could get it from you, that you could actually save? Elizabeth Jobo. Even if Kanawapiwa, why can't that issue be just an issue with the person akupao and not have to affect the rest of the world? This is why we are all dying, and we are all dying of the same thing, because we have that revenge thing. And when we are revenging, we are seeking revenge on the wrong people. And literally people who would rape other people just to spread something. So those poor kids found themselves in a position whereby they are now sick with stuff that they really shouldn't be having to deal with, because pakaita some ignorant someone who wanted to seek revenge on a child. That's why we should start educating each other. Where we are now is not the position to be trying to seek revenge. It's time to seek wellness. Because in all honesty, we are crazy up here. That's why we have mindset yekuti ukaita chin, you want the next person to get it too, so you can die makawanda. We have this mental illness yekuti we want to be revenging on the revenge. Why are you revenging, and who are you revenging to, and what is it going to win you at the end of the day? Mutawashe Latoya, he said the major issue is that people have denial about medical diagnosis and they do not follow through medical advice and recommendation. Very true. Very, very true. I'm going back kunya HIV because there is so many people who found out. Do you know how many people we're living with? Like, they've had the most sex of their life, and they've been unprotected, and they've never walked into a doctor's office, and they continue to do that and still hurt, not knowing what they are, and probably and you're still going around, sleeping around and unprotected. So you are literally going around spreading this stuff that's going on. Iba papa happens kuti wabatwa ne COVID. You're at a disadvantage because hauna kana clue yekuti uri papi mu upenyu wako. And like the lady was here, and I know myself, there is medication everywhere, and I think they give that medication free in many, many places. I don't know where they give the free, how much places where, but I believe there is help, especially for these diseases, HIV-ish. But certain people just will not dare to walk into the doctor's office. They wait until this thing affects, because honestly, if you're waiting to get pregnant, affect your child, or I don't know, is it compulsory to be tested when you're pregnant in every country? But then you're just daring to do these things, spreading and giving it around, and still giving back to these poor children who have no clue that's what's happening to them. Our ignorance is what's putting us to most of the disadvantages in times like this. Does anyone want to speak to me? I'm open to talk right now. Feel free to ring my messenger issues. We're just contributing and just come together as a community, as a people, tichitaura and discuss these matters zviri kuitika izvi. We need to kind of be chipping in, tichibatanidza real issues. We can come and joke around, but let's find time for real issues, because at this time, this is the time to actually be discussing real issues, because we've really never seen this time in life as we've all lived here. There's never been a time that the world shut down like this. We've had pandemics and stuff like that, but we've never had a time whereby the world shut down. Like literally the world is on a complete lockdown. The COVID right now solution is isolation, but in Zim it's not ignorance. Van varikura rama from hand to mouth, so they are forced to go out. The question is, the going out, are they making it as they are forced to go out? Would you rather go and die just because I don't know, Hangu. I don't want to speak on stuff that I can't account for. My question is, when you go out because you are being forced to go out, would you rather go and get that disease and bring it back to your children that you're trying to provide for? Does anybody want to contribute to this? Because we can all talk. I'm taking calls on my messenger. If you want to contribute to the program, Nancy, about what are we doing near COVID, and what you really think about what's causing us to be on the major front line when it comes to the numbers of the people who are dying, black people. And this is happening even in America. Black people are dying more than the other races, because mostly I want to put it to ignorance, and we don't really care about our own health. Saka, it's catching us unaware, because we are thinking, we're walking around, I've never had a headache, I've never been like this, so I'm fine. Even when you've had a few things that could tell you you have an illness coming along, you just chose to not do it. Because the truth is, there are places where you can literally go and get tested and get checked out for stuff. It's good to just try to take care of, because your body is, this is you. If this is gone, then there is no more you. There is no more you. So if you take care of this, I've learned, I was one ignorant person at some point in my life where I really never did my health checks are appropriate to just keep up with your own health, where you're just walking around thinking, you can't suspect that you can't just suspect that you're okay if you've never gotten checked. So if you have that availability, places you can get checked, do get checked so you know what you're dealing with, because a cancer caught on time is better than a cancer caught the last minute. Am I right? If you catch something at the right time, because I know a lot of women here, you don't even do myself breast examination checks. The simplest things that we are supposed to do, because in your own life you're like, you don't do these simple breast checks that one can do to themselves as women, because you were made of steel. But when time comes, when you're really sick, then you start reflecting, maybe I could have saved myself, but maybe it's not good enough at a certain point. Maybe it's not good enough. You have a chance right now. Let's find this moment as and contribute to this. Please call in and contribute. We are talking about COVID. We're talking about the spread of diseases and the ignorance that is causing us to be caught up as the major group of people that gets to die in we are neglecting ourselves. We are ignorant. We don't do the right things, and we don't use the facilities available for us. Orosi is saying health checks in Africa and home is costly. General hospitals, there are no services. Do you have to pay to get my tests like HIV and stuff back home? I'm not aware of that, but how expensive is it kuti my health checks kumushaka sana HIV and stuff? Because I'm sure there are facilities that allow you to be able to get those checks and know where you stand. Then I guess deal with I believe people are being given those medications for free as well. I don't know, but I want to believe mishonga iri available, because I kuno America my European countries, I think they give medications for free just because they want to make sure kuti vanhu vanodini vane access to it. Does anyone want to call? If you want to contribute, call me on my messenger. I'm available to talk. Guys, let's get serious. If we don't get serious and start taking things seriously and start learning to lead war, because we are so much into this following. We love to follow and we have no clue kuti tiri kufollowa tichiendepi. Sometimes do your own research and try to figure out pakanzi pane chakati chiri kuitika before you wait to see kuti murepa next door iri kuita sei. Look at how Africa itself started shaking about this thing. It started as a joke for Africa. We were joking about it until we started realizing kuti ayo tiri kutofa zveshuwa. We were joking about it and we didn't take precautions. The moment people said tikaziva kumukawo nguva iri kumuka vamwe, set your alarm kuti pari kumuka vamwe ndoda kumukawo. Haikona kuti ndichazomutswa nenoise chaitika vamwe vamuka. If you wait for people to start yelling and screaming for you to wake up, then you need to start figuring out kuti where are you going with life. We will all get a rude awakening. Ndo pamuchazomuka maigirwa majekiseni ari kunzi baiwai muchiitwa zvimwe zvinhu. Because they know kuti you love to follow. Zvataurwa izvozvo zvikanzi kukuigirai mushonga muri pamaraini ekupiwa mushonga. Don't wait for those freebies, because sometimes my freebies, they are not always good enough. They don't always come free. Let's continue to do the hand washing. Let's continue to do the right thing and take precautions. Stay away. Like this couple of weeks, they are saying kuti this is going to be the peak of it, because I guess they are figuring out kuti vanhu vese vakatanga kurwara vaya vaispreadawo vese vakabata at that point are probably incubated enough at this point to start spreading as well. So if we follow these directions, we may find a way out. Ngatingodzidzai kuti let's just do the right thing and let's start going for researches ourselves and not wait to be researched. We do have that problem as my Africans. I just wanted to come here quickly and say, guys, let's get serious. And I want to pass my condolences to the families that have lost their family members. I know we just lost a lady in the UK. I wanted to say Nemata Mbuziko to the families, and we just lost a couple of families actually. I'm not going to mention the names, but ticharamba tichibatana maoko if we are not careful. And I don't think we have realized how serious this thing is. I don't think, yes, Amanda is saying let's stop with the myths. There is so much going around the kunzi muruku kwadzwa ne 5G chi. This is a flu that's been around for many years. But this time it just came with a different wave. And if we keep, yes, it's good to be informed, but be sure of when you get information, read into it and see what it is that is good for you. And stop ignoring certain things because we are wearing ish. Yes, black people have it. Like literally, a lot more black people are dying of it than Marungu. So let's just be scared. Don't be the one to laugh ukaona muna etsura ukachitiza uona murungu ari kutiza woseka iwewe unofanwa kuvhunduka. This thing is scary, and trust me, if you were one of those people that are spending days and nights in hospitals watching people die, you would be understanding. And sadly, these people, mostly my nurses and doctors who are sacrificing their days and nights to be in the hospitals trying to save lives, are the ones that are actually getting affected more. And if you care enough, you try to take care of yourself enough so you don't have to end up in a hospital setting. Because some of you issues, you don't even know kutukarwara. Some of you issues, anything that sounds like it, you're going to get to try to take yourself to the hospital. And yet they're saying no. There's so much. There's breathing exercises that are being put out there. There is information that is being put out there. If this happens, there is a blow dryer thing. If done the right way. There is a way breathing techniques that I was learning, one of breathing in for 5 seconds, breathing out, breathing in like six times, breathing in for 5 seconds and breathing out. Then do you know what I actually learned last night? If you get sick, don't lay on your back, because it actually your lungs are closer to your back than they are to your front. So if you lay on your back, you actually put a lot more pressure that will kill you faster. So if you lay, there's a breathing technique that I learned yesterday, that if you lay on your stomach and breathe a certain way with a pillow in front of you, you are better off. You relieve the pressure and you still continue to live an airway yekuti ufemi, rather than kutu. If you don't learn, tikupedza nguva tichinoita research yekuti kwazoita zvitota zvabhuruka zvapinda muuganda, kwazoita muprofita ari kutaura kuti chaiswa machips mumaoko, kwazoitwa muprofita akadai. It's we need to figure out what to do with what's going on right now and what are we learning from it. There's so many things being spread around. Yes, it could be happening, but are we focusing on the main thing that we're dealing with right now, which is this freaking COVID? It is a flu that has existed for so many years. It just came in with a whole different strength this time. It has a different, and it's going to wipe us off, because the wave we are in is very wicked if we are not careful. Yes, there's let me try to read what people are writing here. We will need an international day of mourning after this is all over. People are dying alone. Yes, CC Wills, you're correct. Basic things are like water and soap, a challenge to our fellow families. There is no fresh water, and Chiporani needs more than 1% to pull it. We can't stop trying. But yes, I understand Achihorosi, but like Kunoku, we do need groceries. We go to the grocery store. Instead of people going all in at once, why don't we have some order to start with? Let's do 2 people Pachiborani at a time. 2 people at a time. One are kupula, one are director, the other thing. Problem yedu ndeye kuti we are all selfish. Selfishness comes in because tikaenda pachiborani pacho pana ari kurwira kuti ndikutoiwana mvura first uyasati aiwana. If we could learn to take, this is the time chokwadika yekuti tidzoke kumashure and go back to the drawing board and say, what have we done wrong all these years zvatisitsa patiri panapa? Anyway, my general health checks, I think you pay in Zim. UK government iri kubhadhara some businesses dziri kuaffectwa ne-COVID vasina mabasa. They get financial help. Politicians have abused my resources that were meant to help Africa. People are fighting for survival every day, kusim, and vamwe vari kufa vari pama frontline services. That is the truth. Thank you, Amanda, for joining in. Bob Chakarasi says, Rue, to all those who behave that they know their status because of the stigma of HIV, all those who behave that they know their status, but because of the stigma around HIV, they just choose to keep it to themselves, and they're medicated, but it's a deep secret for them that they will not be in a position to share, but choose to go around dishing out. Mkuhlani. Here in the UK, there's a lot of these wild beasts going around dishing out these horrible diseases. So education is of paramount importance for us to get around this issue. This is the mentality that they will not go down alone. This is another thing about this whole HIV situation. Most of our team, bigger problem yataita ndeyekuti, because people have learned kuti this undetectable situation where they have been assured kuti when you're undetectable you don't spread it. I feel like after the word selfish, that word keeps coming back. It's not going away, because I feel like by right, your partner, whoever you share bondena, has a right to know and decide whether they want to sleep with you or not. I feel like it's very much fair, and you can live better with yourself, because even if you know that you are undetectable, it's fair. It's a fair deal to share that information with any partner that you're about to indulge in par bonde. So most of us have taken it into their heads, kuti, when they say you're undetectable, you're just as good as clean. Yes, you are, but at the same time, why don't you feel like it's fair kuti uudze partner yako kuti adecide ega kuti ndo zvaari kuda here or not? We are not giving each other the chances to accept kuti munhu wangu ndo zvaari, yes ari undetectable, and iyewo wacho wauri kurarama. Problem iripo ndeyekuti you are doing that probably thinking you're spreading, you're probably sleeping nemunhuwo asina kumbobvira atariswa atorinowo zvake, and you could actually reinfect yourself by doing so. Because if you cannot discuss your status, that means you're really not even talking about it with the other party. So you probably don't even have a clue kuti the person wauri kurara naye anacho here kana kuti haanawo. Because the moment you bring it to the table, that subject right there, that just putting it on the table is enough for you to know kuti chii chiri kuitika panapa. Just the responses, yes, security. We're talking about how the diseases are spreading and the handling of this COVID. And I was just talking about the ignorance, Africans, where we don't go and do my health checks. And when things like this come and affect us, we start trying to look for someone to blame instead of ourselves because we've not been taking good care of ourselves. And I'm taking calls on my messenger if you want to call in and contribute. Yeah, by the way, I think when you are sick, when you are HIV positive, at the most, let's talk about that because we have a lot of people. Do you know, I've had several people who say, oh, well, because I'm undetectable, I couldn't give it to them. And I'm thinking, no, give them a chance. You are making that choice for that person, and I think that's very unfair. And like I said, in general, you may want to think you may actually be reinfecting yourself by not speaking about it and thinking, how about you getting something? Just like this social distancing, I'm saying, kuti, I told my son the other day he wanted to come over. Right now, that's where he was when this whole thing started. So he had to stay there, and I said, he's getting bored and everything. And I said, son, the problem is you come here. There's me and Auntie Amanda. I go to work. I could bring something home. I would rather delay Amanda something and we take care of each other here than to have my son come here for 2 days. Then the third day is bored again, goes back over. Something. 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 This is the ignorance. Sometimes you have to take these measures whereby you have to just go the tough way. Do I miss him? Yes. But would I rather have him and expose him to something that I may not even know? No, I would rather not be dealing with that. I would rather know for the past 2-3 weeks. And we FaceTime and talk and just check on each other, and life must go on. This is what it is right now, and we can't change it. Let's just learn it that way and stop acting like we run this world. We don't. Hi, Tariro. Hi, Tendai, Veswa Changoshika, how are you? Honesty and openness. You are very correct, Achiworosi. I appreciate you for contributing as much as you are. People are just so dishonest out there about these diseases. And the boasting, people are actually out there boasting kuda. Undetectable. Undetectable, but let me know so I can make a decision too. It should piss you off to think what you're actually thinking it's okay for you to just go and screw around and not be honest about it. And it's okay to just let the other person just keep living their life thinking they did okay, or maybe they go and get checked after you. The truth is, you don't even know. So you run a very high risk of reinfecting yourself by doing that and thinking, "Did safe? We never talked about it and we did it in undetectable." Tinopera. I remember even Mazwa. Do you know kuti pakatanga kuya AIDS ichipura vanhu kumshoko kuti tuna vanhu vachifamba ari mabhonzo ega mumastreets? Do you know kuti takatanga kutaura zvisina basa hanzi runyoka? I remember so much vanhu vachitaura kuti vanhu vakaroiwa mamalawenzi apedza vanhu runyoka rwapedza vanhu vai akarara nemukadzi wemunhu. Vanhu vachifamba uri mabhonzo mumastreets akarara nemukadzi wemunhu. This is where you just look at it and you're like, we always trying to find someone to blame when it comes to serious issues. We always want to find someone to blame. We don't want to find the root of the problem. I'm open to take calls on my messenger. Only on messenger. On this same account, I'm taking calls. This blame game of trying to figure out kuti ndiana andiroya, ndiana andidini, instead of trying to figure out kuti chiri muropa mangu chi chiri muropa mangu. Find out what's flowing in your blood that's making you sick before you try to find muroi. And ngatistope this wickedness and evilness of saying ndarwara ndakapiwawo. And kupiwa kwakaita, it could be just something that happened to you. Usingazivi, you didn't call for it, but why are you going to carry along the blood of other people through your ignorance? What makes you better than the person akakupa iwewe if you decide kuti because wakapiwa wo usingazivi, you are going to spread it to other people that are just really people that just have no clue what you did to you and what happened to you. We punish other people that don't deserve the punishment we are giving them. And I think it's very unfair. If we can start rethinking life and start thinking kuti wellness before revenge. You find out you're sick, seek wellness before you seek revenge. And when you're revenging, who exactly are you revenging to? Are you affecting the persons that are supposed to be affected by your revenge? Or you're hurting the world just because you're hurt? Ndo zvatitadzisa kufambira mberi neupenyu, ndo zvatitadzisa kubudirira mukati meupenyu, that we always want to find a way of hitting back. And when we hitting back, we're not sending that stone to the direction kwa vadombo randirova, or we're sending it all over the place. And at the end, we hurt everybody. And what do you win? Guys, let's continue to stay safe and continue to take precautions. Wash your hands, continue to wear gloves, wear masks around, and stay away from crowds. Just be among the people that you've been around, because if you've been around a specific person for the last 2-3 weeks, you already know probably by the way you're feeling we could be safe. But if you go and over there you're seeing somebody else for 2 minutes and you come back home, then you have to start thinking again kuti pamwe munhu wandaonana naye for 2 minutes anacho. You have to start counting again. If we work together and follow the procedures and let's do this, I think we can combat this. And like we say, let's keep getting checked on our health statuses. It's good to know what you're walking around with than to wait for the last minute, because like a cancer caught on the early stages is a cancer under control. It's totally two different things from catching it yatokuma last stages, because you just never dared. You could feel something was hurting, chose not to take care of it. There's time in life when you can just stop these pain pills and listen to your body and feel that this is not right. If you've been taking these pain pills for months at a time, then you have to just think to yourself and say, look, something may be seriously wrong with me. Why don't I try to sacrifice Mariese Mapiriti and just go to the doctor and get that check so you know what you're dealing with? Duchess Shonga, yes, undetectable or not, first step, tell your partner it's their right to choose who they want to sleep with. Allow them to make an informed choice. You are very correct. I've heard a lot about these people that say I'm undetectable. I think we are all both adults. We both deserve the right to make a decision whether I even want to sleep with you or not after your condition. The idea that you are coming there and you just want to sleep and you're not even trying to protect yourself, it's not a fair deal. True, growing up, a lot of maids and school friends lost parents. I would ask Vain's way, and most symptoms will be well-known opportunistic diseases that attack compromised immune system. A lot of people died. AIDS, I saw a lot of people going down, and it was very clear what all these people died of. And we all just went around and started saying the different things that didn't even exist, really. Ainzi vanhu vari kufa nerunyoka, vanhu vari kufa nerunyoka, iyo vanhu vachipera nemukondombera. People were dying of HIV and AIDS at the time. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to come here and sit here with the few that managed to come to discuss about health. Go and check yourself, know your health, know anything. It's good to just get a whole health check once every year or a couple of years if it's that expensive, just to know you know that way you can deal with it that way. If you don't know, you are never safe. My uncle has been HIV positive since 97 and is still alive. Yes, people are surviving. My main story is people need to talk about it and just be open about it, because there are people out there who are willing to just hear that news and still accept. And I know people are so scared of the denial part and they would rather people not know, but it's worse when you're just sleeping around with people and not telling them exactly what it is. If you say nothing, you're taking away someone's rights. Your partner has a right to choose if they want to be with you or not. Very much correct. I thank you guys for coming through, and I will see you again on Friday when we're talking about our nice jokey stuff. If I come on Friday, and then you will not, and then you feel I say, but let's just take care of yourselves, guys, and let's work together to try and help be a part of getting rid of this nasty disease that's going around killing people. Coronavirus is real. Wash your hands, take care of yourself, pray for our frontline workers who are daily sacrificing their lives. Big shout out to you, Evidence Kunaka. I know you're one of those people who's sacrificing your husband, your kids, and getting out there. I mean, you guys are just amazing. You are doing a great job, and may God bless you. And guys, I have a YouTube channel. Please, please, please subscribe to my channel. When you go there, subscribe. I need you to help me do that. Let's subscribe to the channel so I can be able to air more with my lives directly on there. So guys, let's take care of each other and be safe and take care and stay in charge, because you are the one that's in charge of your own life. You are here on Keeping It Real with Rutendo Loveness Summers. I'll see you on Friday sometime. Share love, spread love, and let's just pray for each other. This COVID is going to drive us to craziness, and we are getting there. We are somewhat getting to that madness already, and I want you guys to just take care and pray for each other. We need to have more prayer lines, and just join prayer lines, and let's do what we need to do. Yes. Marcia Madondo, I can only do lives directly on there after I have 1,000 subscribers. That's when I can do lives directly and be able to share them. That's why I am coming forth to you guys. There's a lot of people who come and watch, but they won't subscribe. Just subscribe. Do it for me. Ndrukukumbira kuti mundi subscribe or subscribe on my YouTube channel. Just go on your YouTube app and put in Rutendo Loveness Summers, and please subscribe to my channel. The sooner we get to 1,000, the more fun we have, because I do have a lot in store, and I would like to do it directly there and be able to air it. Thank you guys. I love you guys, and take care. Take charge. Continue to